Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Wes here. Today we have some incredible news to talk about for Hogwarts Legacy. After all this time, we finally have news to share about the Ravenclaw companion. Well, it's looking like it might be even more confusing for the players than I hoped, but we do have an update. Along with that, according to the Hogwarts Legacy devs, there will be new gameplay dropping next week. So I'll be discussing all of that news. The gameplay showcase from last week revealed a ton of new info, which I'll be highlighting some of the significant new details and secrets you may have missed, as well as some other details on stuff we already knew about. Next up, I'm going to talk about the size of Hogwarts Castle and the open world, as some crafty fans built the entire castle blueprints based on the gameplay snippets we got, which has me super excited, but more on that in a bit. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the role that player choice will have in Hogwarts Legacy, as this is one of the last details we have very little knowledge on, which might play an important role on you deciding whether or not you want to pick up this game or not. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video, as you do not want to miss it. Real quick guys, if you want a chance to win a PS5 and a copy of Hogwarts Legacy or a game of your choice, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment your Twitter handle, follow me on Twitter, and tweet me proof that you're subscribed by tagging my Twitter handle at WesNemo. The winner will be announced at 80,000 subscribers, and I will not be reaching out via comment section. The Ravenclaw companion is the last piece of the companion puzzle that has everyone questioning whether or not it will be in the game. Well, we do have some news about a Ravenclaw student that was just revealed to us via the Hogwarts Legacy Twitter account. They said in a recent post, you will meet many classmates from Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and yes, even Ravenclaw. The astronomy-loving Amit Thacker is just one of those classmates. Amit aspires to be a famous wizarding historian and has extensive plans for his first memoir. Exceptionally bright and well-read, he adores stargazing and always seems to have the most recent top-of-the-line telescope at hand. Amit will leap at the chance to help a friend in need, but once in the thick of things, he often realizes he might be better off reading or writing about certain adventures than experiencing them. Now, with all of this being said, it's currently unconfirmed on whether or not Amit will be a companion character that we can take with us throughout our time at Hogwarts, or if he will be just another student that we go to for certain quests. Now, according to the trophy list that was revealed, it featured only 3 companions with relationship lines. So at the moment, we have no idea if he's a companion or just some other student. This, of course, has Ravenclaws like myself pretty confused. Either way, it'll be interesting to see how Amit is featured in the story and during our time at Hogwarts. Moving right along, we just got the news that new gameplay is dropping next week for Hogwarts Legacy. This will be in the form of a new ASMR video for the autumn season. Now, this was confirmed by the community manager Chandler Wood, who posted a tweet stating, "Keeping busy working on a lot of things. The sounds of crisp autumn wind and crunchy falling leaves are coming next week. Because I love this community though, how about a sneak peek?" To which he said, pulled this screenshot from one of Andrew's captures. Now in the image, we see how the wizarding world of Hogwarts Legacy will look in the autumn season. I'll say it right now, regardless of what you think about the game currently, it's undeniable that the level of details and the beauty of this game are on a new level. The autumn ASMR video will likely drop on Thursday next week, which is typically the day that we get news on the game, but it's hard to speculate at this point. Either way, I can't wait to see that video and have it on in the background while I work on content. Now, before we talk about the castle map and the blueprints for Hogwarts Castle, let's talk about some features, mechanics, and secrets you might have missed in the gameplay showcase, as well as one mechanic that we got some more details about. Starting things off, let's talk about the open world of Hogwarts Legacy. In the gameplay showcase, it was confirmed that everything you can see, you can visit. Now, this is a bold claim the developers made. It's on the level of Breath of the Wild, but with how much freedom and exploration we have seen throughout the videos and showcases, I personally believe this claim. Now, I know there's been concern on Hogwarts Legacy being a more linear story, and while I think that's true, I'm pretty confident we will have some choices to make in terms of what we want to accomplish first. For instance, rather than starting a main quest, how about we jump on our broomstick and go searching for materials for a potion before starting the quest? Or how about we head to the Forbidden Forest to tame a fantastic beast to take home to the Room of Requirement? All in all, the game being a fully open world and having the ability to explore everything that you see is such an awesome aspect that I cannot wait to jump on my broomstick and just start flying to locations and just visiting everything. We'll talk more about player choice in terms of how it affects the story, as we do have some clarification from the devs, but more on that in a few minutes. Speaking of the open world, let's talk about a mechanic that we had previewed before, and that is how we will be able to traverse around in Hogwarts Legacy. There's obviously walking on foot, riding a broomstick or a magical beast, but how about something even quicker? Obviously, we won't be able to apparate as we aren't the headmaster and it's on castle grounds. Well, the gameplay showcase answered those questions and gave us an idea of how it's going to work. As we learned previously, the Hogwarts Legacy fast traveling will be via Floo Flame. As you explore Hogwarts and the surrounding areas of the game, you will come across Floo Flames, which will will be discovered and placed on your map. From there, if you want to travel across the Floo network, I'm sure you have to go up to a Floo flame and then select the point to travel to. Now, we're not sure if you're going to need to collect Floo powder to fast travel, or if it limits the number of times you can fast travel at a certain time. Maybe it's on like a timer. Either way, it's such an awesome way of traversing the map outside of the normal means. Next up, let's talk about the Daedalian keys that we got showcased during the gameplay reveal. These are magical keys that will be found throughout Hogwarts Castle that will be the key to unlocking certain protected cabinets. In the gameplay showcase, they were described as objects in the late 19th century. Rumor had it they were created in the 19th century by former headmistress Professor Mole with the goal of protection of a few cabinets. They disappeared and reappeared every few years. Professor Black didn't bother to deal with them, and Nellie Ogspire of course told us to catch one and explore the cabinets. Now I'm guessing for this gameplay mechanic it will be yet another side quest to get materials. I'm guessing we search the keys, find what they open, and then get the materials or the objects in the cabinets that the keys are protecting, which is such an awesome idea for side content as they've got kind of treasure hunting vibes to them. I just hope that they're not super easy to find. Now let's talk about how classes will work in Hogwarts Legacy. I know how many of you are hoping that this will be a real life simulator. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and it's kind of wishful thinking, but the current way classes will work during our time at Hogwarts is how we all kind of expected. The gameplay reveal confirmed that they will be featured in the game. Still, you won't necessarily be required to attend classes. A lot of players were wondering that since there is a full day and night cycle, whether it will force us to attend classes or if time will just carry on, and it was confirmed that time will indeed just keep moving, and when you're ready to start the class, the game will transition the time and just start the class. Now, the classes in Hogwarts Legacy will be integrated with the main story. It's described that the game is divided up into chapters, and each chapter will have a different set of main and side quests to complete to move on to the next chapter of the story. I'm picturing it to be similar to GTA 5. Once you start a mission, the date and time changes, and then once you do a certain part of the story, you can't really go back, which is a great way of handling things. For everyone hoping Hogwarts Legacy was going to be a Hogwarts simulator, that won't be the case, and I personally wasn't expecting it to be. However, if you do end up beating the game, it would be really cool if you could almost go back in time with a time turner and kind of reset yourself in its current state to go back and do other missions from previous chapters that you may have missed or just didn't do. The world of Hogwarts Legacy is set to be pretty big, with Hogwarts Castle being the center of everything. However, the true scale is something that fans have been trying to figure out for some time, but a crafty fan took the gameplay showcase we got and essentially mapped out the rest of the castle based on the preview we saw. If this doesn't showcase the strength of this community, I don't know what will. YouTuber named Wife Wants a Wizard created a blueprint of what they think the map is going to look like for the entire castle, and they did it by just looking at the mini map of the game. So they had to literally go frame by frame to map everything out. Now, according to the Harry Potter game subreddit, a Discord group created a more extensive map of the castle using the gameplay from the preview. Both of the maps that were created by the community look pretty accurate. Obviously, it's just an approximation, and with how many floors are in the castle and everything we haven't seen yet, we are in for quite the treat. Hogwarts is not a small castle. Now let's go over the biggest topic of today's video: how much player choice is taken into account during the story and throughout our time as the main character in Hogwarts Legacy. A few months ago, we learned that this game would not be featuring a morality system, which is quite disappointing. We were all hoping that Hogwarts Legacy's player choice was similar to Red Dead Redemption's morality system, but that's not the case. The news of the lack of morality system had fans quite indifferent and a bit disappointed, but during the gameplay showcase, we finally got a clarification on how player choice will affect the story and the world. According to the devs, different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game-wide. Some of these affect characters' lives and the ending of the game, said too. Now, this is unfortunately the extent of what they had to say about the matter, but apparently the player choice will be extensive enough that Hogwarts Legacy will have more than one ending. Now, as for how extensive and how consequential everything will be is still unknown at this time. The reality is it could end up being inconsequential at all, but regardless, this is a huge win for now at least. I hope the development of the story is complex enough to warrant multiple endings that are unique and intriguing, especially to help with some of the replayability factor, but at this point, only time will tell. It's better to not get our hopes up because I don't want to be disappointed, but at the end of the day, the devs confirmed that player choice matters, which is great news. That's gonna wrap it up with this video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Are you hyped for Hogwarts Legacy? Did the gameplay reveal convince you to buy the game? Let me know down below. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, and be sure to take advantage of the PS5 giveaway at the start of the video. The winner will be announced at 80k subs. Thanks for watching. This has been Wes, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.